Hello everyone, I am CA Muskan. In this video, I shall be talking about the elective papers in general and more particularly about the elective paper which I chose, that is FSCM. I shall be discussing the strategies and other lessons which I learned the hard way, which helped me score 77 marks in this paper in July 21 attempt. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you do, please share the information. Now, having said that, let's get started. Firstly, I would like to list down the materials which you can use for CA Final FSCM exam. Like you can see, this is a general list and you can modify it according to the classes you have taken. So you can include your class reference materials, you can include your class notes as well. Now in this list, I shall be proceeding with the general list itself so that I can break it down further in detail and explain you the importance of each material which I have listed down here. The first and the most important material being the FSCM ICI study material. Now, since this is the most important material, it becomes very essential for us to use it in the best way so that we can take the maximum output out of it, for which I have listed down 5 strategies which I found useful and I hope you do too. First one being labeling the chapters. Now by labeling the chapters, I mean affixing a sticky note at the front page of each chapter. This will not only help you navigating the entire syllabus, it will also act as a link between the chapters and the index which you have created. Let me show you my books. Yes, you can see I have affixed a sticky note at the front page of each chapters. Now, if for example my index sheet asks me to refer page number 11.15, I exactly know where to start from. So this becomes a very crucial factor when it comes to the exam, wherein you can save a lot of time and energy and efforts in locating the chapters and the specific page number which you want to. The second tip which I want to tell you is to create the link between the material you are carrying and the common topics. By this what I mean is, suppose certain topic you have written in your notebook and also it is present in the ICI study material. So it becomes very important for you to cross link both of them and give a page number reference. This way when the content pops up in the examination, you know what to structure after what. You can also use this to link the material within the ICI study material itself. For example, there are certain topics like mutual funds, bond markets, security markets, which are spread over various chapters. So it becomes extremely important for you to know where exactly it is present so that you can give the suitable answers in the examination. Let me show you one example. Now here, as you can see in this page, the topic of merchant bankers is present, where I have just written down a small line saying for global view or about merchant bankers, I have to refer page number 1.8. Now this step is so useful in examination that if question on merchant bankers appears, I know that first I have to glance this content, then I have to go to page number 1.8, glance the content there, then based on the question, I have to structure the answer and present it to the examiner. This way, I am giving examiner the overview and the wholesome approach to his question. The next important point which I want to discuss is writing down the explanations and interpretations on the margin of the study material. Let me show you one example. Now here in this topic, as you can see that in chapter 1, Buffett indicator has been mentioned, but nowhere in the entire study material the meaning or the interpretation of the same has been given. But being a professional student, it is highly important for us to understand these jargons which will help us understand the entire context in which this paragraph is written. It might also help us in case the examiner wants to test us upon this particular topic. Now what I have done is I have simply written down the meaning of Buffett indicator and the interpretation of the same in this particular page itself. So it helps me in case I want to give any conclusions based on this indicator. The next step which I want to give is identify the repeated topics and eliminate them. Like I mentioned earlier, the study material, there are certain topics which are spread over variety of chapters. But it is also important for us to know that the content is repeated. In such a case, if we strike down the repeated content, that will make our lives easier in case of glancing it during the examination. Let me show you the example for this as well. So here, as you can see on the screen, for this particular page, I have written down that this exact content is repeated in page number 4.16. So I need not refer the same. In this way, eliminating the topics will be very useful because it will help you reduce the content of the subject. The next important point which I have to talk about is breaking down the huge paragraphs based on their functionality. As you would have seen in the study material, a heading of the topic will be given and certain paragraphs will be given below the heading. Now these paragraphs goes on and on, but while you have to search for the answers of the MCQ or you have to search the answer for a particular question, it becomes very important for us to know the functionality of each paragraph, because let us be very open about this, that it is highly difficult for us to glance the entire content sitting at that exam pressure, right? So for this, doing something like this will be helpful. For example, the types of mutual funds topic, there is open-ended mutual funds which has 3-4 paragraphs. So at the margin of each paragraph, I have written what that paragraph talks about, so that in case I want to refer only a particular paragraph, I need not glance the entire thing before structuring my answer. This will help me to give more relevant, crisp and to the point answers to the examiner. With this, I hope the 5 strategies which I have told you about the study material will be helpful to you. Now let us move on to the other content and other materials which you have to carry. The next one being the past papers, MTP and case study digest. What you can do is you can take a printout of all this material and same method of affixing the sticky notes can be used. This way you will be able to navigate better. The second thing you can do is make a case study overview sheet or the summary sheet. Let me show you mine. So this particular sheet I had made just on the day of examination, and it is still half done. I didn't complete it because, like I said, I didn't do it further and I regret it the most. But this is the most helpful sheet for the aspirants because this will give us the gist of all the case studies which are there in the past papers. Let me tell you how I prepared this and what were my thoughts behind doing so. Here, as you can see, I have mentioned the name of the attempt. Then I have noted down the number of case studies asked in that particular attempt. Then for each case study, I have mentioned the chapter or the particular topic which is being questioned and the subtopics in that chapter. So this way, if suppose classification of mutual funds question appear in my examination, I know that I have to refer to May 2018 suggested answers, so that I can understand the structure of the answer which I have to frame, the content I should be presenting to the examiner, and the extent of deep diving I should be doing for the particular answer. This way you can create it for all the suggested answers, you can create it for MTPs, and you can also create it for case study digest. If there is one thing you would want to take away out of the entire video, I would definitely suggest doing this case study overview. Moving on to the next important material, which is SFM study material. Now many of you would be contemplating whether or not to carry this material to your exam, but let me tell you what happened with me during my attempt. So there was one question with respect to drawbacks of mutual funds. Let me show it to you once. So here, as you can see, in the July 21 attempt, a question of drawbacks of mutual funds had come for us, and I looked for the question in the FSCM material. So see what I found. I found only two topics, two sub points given of disadvantages in FSCM. And if I would have written this for 3 marks, definitely I wouldn't have secured full marks out of it. So what I did was, since mutual funds topic is common both in SFM and FSCM, I decided to switch to SFM material. Here, if you can see, the topics of mutual fund, a more detailed answer has been given, and this is the exact answer which is given in the suggested answers. Let me show you that. So if you see in the suggested answers, they are given at 10 points, and these 10 points exactly match with the SFM study material. So that is why I would highly suggest you to carry the same. It may or may not help in your attempt, but it is always good to be on the safer side. The next materials which you have to refer are the student and members journal and other important economic updates. Now many of you might be aware of this, many of you might not be. So let me show you the source based on which I am asking you to carry these materials. So this is the initial pages of FSCM study material, where you can see that ICI has itself told us that the students are therefore required to refer the academic updates in the student's journal, the monthly journal, the chartered accountant, and the financial papers such as Economic Times, Mint, Business Line, and Business Standard. Since ICAI has given it, we should be aware of it and thoroughly understand the same. So you should be compiling these details from the student's journal and members journal. Let me show what details exactly are required for the exam. So this is the student journal. Here, if you go to the last page of the student journal, almost at the last, there is a section of economic updates and finance updates, as you can see. So you have to compile these student journals for your attempt and take a printout of the same. The same goes with members journal. Let me show that to you as well. So in members journal, there are a lot of topics which are discussed. For us, what is relevant is the capital market topics. So all the capital market related topics can be compiled and taken for the examination. Moving on to the next material, which is the most discussed and most talked about thing, that is the index sheet. I would suggest preparing the index sheet on your own. This will serve multiple purpose. Firstly, you will have a glance through the entire study material. You will know the keywords, and this will help you better recall them at the examination center. Also, I would suggest you to prepare index sheet alphabetical order wise and both page number wise as well. Let me show you my index sheet. Here, as you can see, I have written the keywords, I have written the page number. This is alphabetical wise, and the next one is the page number wise. Now both of these sheets are extremely helpful for MCQ questions. If you're short on time, I would be sharing the link of these sheets in the description, so you can take it from there. But the only thing which you have to keep in mind is I have prepared these index based on May 21 study material. So in case you are using the other version or other update of the same, then you will have to update your page numbers. With this, I come to the end of the video. I hope I was able to solve most of your queries, and in case you still have some, you can connect me on LinkedIn, or you can drop a comment below. I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks.